Hello and welcome to Master League Story Mode. It's me, your old mate, Arry Redknapp, and I'm here because it's another transfer deadline day special. My favourite day of the year. It's a lovely little day. Lovely. Good to see our old mate Arry back. Maybe we'll see Timmy in this episode as well, maybe not. Anyway, so in the last episode we made a pretty good start into the transfer dealings. A few of you have piped up, and it seems that it's overwhelming consensus that we should definitely sign Ryan Fraser, tricky little Scottish winger. It's a shame that we will be losing one of our other Scottish players in David Marshall, our backup keeper, but he's not played yet for us. Butland started every game. I think we can happily do that, so we'll get that out of the way. We'll get that done. Only leaves us with 400,000 in the bank. We took a look at Barkley and Lanzini as options. Lanzini would be good. Lanzini I like. He's a good all-round player. Can play him as a second striker as well in a pinch. He's actually got good finishing, but also good passing. And that's he's a very similar player to Cabela, actually. So for 10 million, that's a possibility. We'll see if we can get any money off him. Looks like we can. So we'll see how that goes. And Ross Barkley. I don't fancy Ross Barkley. I just really wanted to see how much he costs. He's pretty cheap, but it's not the player we need. We're waiting to hear about Wendell. See if we get any action there. I'm not sure about that as well. Because we don't really need a left back that can compete with Robertson. We need backup in that position. Let's remind ourselves of what's going on with our team. We've had a few bids in. Cabela, we're not selling him. Then we can end that now. Bobby Snods, pff, no way. Not a chance. El Mohammadi, maybe. Maybe. That's a nice little 8.2 million. Maguire, almost certainly we can sell him. Actually, I will sell him right now. So we're back to 4.9. That's decent. Diamandi, don't think we want to sell him. And Ryan Mason. That's the one we really probably will be selling. Unless we get a better bid in for Livermore. That leaves us with about 15 million that would give us. Which would be enough to sign another really good quality player. I think that's pretty much it. Okay, Wendell's broken down again. It looks like that's not to be. Marshall and Maguire are going out. But Ryan Fraser comes in. And will he get a start today against Man United? This is going to be a tricky game. As always, we've got the added plot line of Alex Ferguson going back. This time, his first time back at Old Trafford as Hull manager. There's going to be a lot of emotions running high. It's hard to believe that he would give a start to Ryan Fraser in this game, but let's have a look and see how he fits into the team. So it looks like he might get a start today because Bobby Snodders is on a downward arrow. He can slot in at left midfield pretty nicely. He's 75 overall rated there. He's a right footer, which isn't ideal for the left-hand side, but maybe we can use his pace to try and exploit Darmian at right back. So let's take a look at the teams for today. As we just saw, Bobby Snodders is on a downward arrow. I think we're going to throw Fraser right into it. His debut away at Man United under Alex Ferguson. That is, if he can perform today, then he can perform in any situation at all because the pressure is going to be huge. Davis is on a downward arrow. I think we'll bring in Dawson. There's an emotional return here to Old Trafford for Sir Alex Ferguson. Supporters from both sides singing his name, chanting his name today. It's been a very, very good-natured return for him to this stadium where he made his name. And it's going to be a tough game today. Fraser gets a start against a strong United team. We're on the back end of a difficult couple of games before that. But Hernandez is on 3 yellow cards. We need to be careful of that. But let's see how we get on. Okay, so Fraser for the first time starting this game. What pressure for the young Scotsman. Long ball in, looking for Ibrahimovic. I think, actually, Dawson's a good player to have in against Ibrahimovic. Because although he's not fast, neither is Ibrahimovic. So his defensive capability is probably better suited. Oh, and Bula escapes the attention there of Juan Mata. He fires it down the line to Robertson. Looking for the run of Fraser. Can he get there ahead of Darmian? He can. Quick running there from Fraser. Ball inside! Abel Hernandez. Ryan Fraser opening his assist account there. But Abel Hernandez on the near post, where we've seen him be so dangerous in the past. And Alex Ferguson, muted celebrations from the Hull City manager, back at Old Trafford. But that was great play there. Ryan Fraser instantly showing his pace. This ball looked to be a bit of a dead ball. It was in no man's land, but Fraser just powers ahead of Pogba. Gets the ball in, nice cross along the floor with his weaker foot. And Hernandez gobbled that one up. Luke Shaw, long ball in, looking for Depay. Fossey Mensah's with him. That's a nice little pass back to Valencia. It's charged down. Oh! Didn't expect that to stay in, and Bula clears. And now United looking dangerous here on the break. Valencia, lovely ball around the corner to Ibrahimovic, but that's a great save from Butland. And now Fosu-Mensah can bring it forward. Fosu-Mensah looks wide to Lingard. Lingard just about gets it away at the last minute. Cabela looking for the overlapping run of Fosu-Mensah. There it is, ball inside. Abel Hernandez is there! Abel Hernandez with another headed goal. Is crossing overpowered in this game? Perhaps. Or is Abel Hernandez just an absolute animal in the air? Yes. Yes, both of those things probably. But that is another great goal for Abel Hernandez, who is just filling his boots whenever he fancies at the moment. And against United in such an important game for so many reasons. He pops up with a great header. Darmian did not read that well. He should have been all over that clearance. It's Fosu-Mensah providing a pinpoint cross. It's Hernandez once again. Great finish with his head. Mata heads it over, but Dawson's there with him. Forced to Carrick edge of the box. That's a great ball into Ibrahimovic. An amazing save again by Butland. Oh, it's fallen again. Ibrahimovic turns. Dawson's out to meet him. Butland can do only just enough to get that wide. And now Ryan Fraser again. He's looked so dangerous every time he's had the ball. Great dribbling there from Ryan Fraser. He doesn't have the body balance, but he's so quick. Keeps that ball really nicely there under pressure from two Man United players. And there we go, 2-0 at the half. Jose Mourinho has been bettered, absolutely bettered, by his mentor and in many ways, I'm sure, hero, Alex Ferguson. And we go in pretty comfortable at the break. United have had chances. We've had the possession. But it's been Butland who's kept out a couple of really key shots from United that's kept us well ahead at half-time here at the Old Trafford Stadium. At the Old Trafford Stadium? That's not what it's called. Now Lingard. Patient build-up here from Hull. Lingard looks inside to Bazur. Long ball looking for Lingard down the line. That's absolutely gorgeous. Lingard whips it in. Hernandez is there. Near post! Oh my God! It's an incredible finish from Abel Hernandez. And that is a hat-trick for Abel Hernandez. I think it might be his first hat-trick of the season. But what a finish that was! Unbelievable finish on his right foot. It was the pass from Bazzoa that opened up United. This was gorgeous. We've seen him do this already. But that is just perfectly weighted. Hernandez is pretty much on his own in the centre, but he gets in there at the near post again, as he did for his first goal, this time finishing with the right foot. It's a great ball in from Jesse Lingard, but that finish is just pure sex. 3-0 up. Who would have thought it? Alex Ferguson knows how to deal with Manchester United and Jose Mourinho. It's fallen fortuitously to Jesse Lingard here. He holds play up, waiting for the overlapping run, but he doesn't take it. Ball back into Bazzoa. Pass it into Hernandez. He turns, but he's taken out really nicely there. Dawson again, just not giving him any time to think. Here's Fraser, the little magician. Ball through to Hernandez, doesn't make it. It's fallen out to Fraser again. Still in possession. Nice ball to find Robertson. Low ball along the floor into Cabela. Just squirms it wide with the left foot. We've not seen much of Remy Cabela today. And now Pogba coming forward. This is dangerous here. Robertson does well to get back. Lovely little move there from Pogba. Ball inside to Ibrahimovic. Back heel to Depay. He couldn't beat Butland. Can anyone beat Butland today? He's having an absolute stormer. Oh, Robertson has it nicked off him by Martial. Could this be a last-minute goal here for United? Schweinsteiger battling through. Schneiderlin's ball in is blocked. And that is all she wrote. Alex Ferguson back at Old Trafford as an opposing team for the first time in his career. And he's come away with a 3-0 win. So what a performance it was today. 62% possession away at Old Trafford. Jose Mourinho, we know he likes to park the bus. And we know he loves long ball tactics, as we've seen in real life and in PES. But it just wasn't right today, and Alex Ferguson took the game to him. Incredible performance from Abel Hernandez. And also a great debut for Ryan Fraser, who set up the first. And he looked tricky and dangerous all game. I think Lingard's position might be in danger. I think Bobby Snodders starts if available. But down the right-hand side, I can really see Fraser being a threat for us that Lingard doesn't quite offer. So that's going to be interesting to see whether he fits straight into this team. But all-round great performance today. Really pleased with the side after a difficult couple of games in the last episode. So we go 3-0. That's great. 9 points now behind Chelsea. That's taken a few points off United, who are ahead of us in the league. I didn't even realise that. Once again, the narratives in this game were huge, were many, and were multiple. But we came out on top, and that's what counts. Goal difference, we're quite a way behind. But we're now only 7 points behind United in 3rd place. And we're looking pretty comfortable for that European spot at the moment. Okay, Lanzini's come back. Let's take a look at him. He could be interesting because he can play as a second striker as well. And for 8 million, that's decent. He would be a good utility player that we can play on either wing. And also as a second striker, who would be able to create and score goals as well. He's got a good range of player skills, playing styles as well. Can hit them from distance. Yeah, well, that's one to consider. At 8.5 million, we've definitely got the budget to move things around and buy him if needs be. But let's keep cracking on to our next game of this episode, which is Burnley. So Scout is back. That's good. Come on, let's have some real quality here. We're going to push for the Premier League title. We're going to maybe need one more really exciting player. Okay, Denis Suarez. Interesting. Young Barcelona prospect. Great passer. Really great passer. 84 low pass. Central midfielder. He might be good because what the problem that we've got actually is Ryan Mason is our only creative central midfielder. Livermore, Mbula, Bazoa are more box to box, you know, destroyers really, but you know, they're strong players. This guy looks quick. He's got good body control actually, but his passing is what really attracts me. 13 million is going to be big, but we'll see. We'll see. He'd be interesting. Right, let's get into today's game. See if we can continue the great form. Let's take a look at the sides. Okay, Lingard's looking tired. He played the whole game. I think we're going to give Fraser a chance. He's tired as well, but he's on an upward arrow. We'll bring him in. We've got a lot of tired legs. Mbula really looks tired, so I think we'll start Livermore in the middle. Up front, I think we can maybe give Hernandez a rest. No, I don't want to give Hernandez a rest. He's been in such great form. Cabella didn't really do much in that last game, but he starts as well. That's why it would be good to have someone like Lanzini as another option at second striker. So he's definitely one to consider. Bobby Snod's back in. We've got the Scottish core of this team. Fraser, Snodgrass and Robertson. They're all playing today. Davis comes back in. He's on an upward arrow. Although Dawson did really well in that last game, especially against Ibrahimovic. That was the perfect matchup for him. So after what could be considered our best performance of the season so far, as Alex Ferguson went back to Old Trafford and handed out spanking to Jose Mourinho that I'm sure he will have enjoyed. I wonder how the post-match glass of wine will have gone down between those two old friends, but also, you know, there's always been a bit of bristle going on there, so that would have been interesting. Can we keep that form up against Burnley in this game? We're away from home again, but that didn't stop us in the last one. Livermore, great play, so good in those positions, winning the ball back. Hernandez looks wide to Robertson, who's made the overlapping run, as we've come to expect. Ball inside to Bobby Snods. Early cross in, Hernandez is there, gets the head to it, and it's so predictable. If you put a ball into the box and the defenders aren't paying attention, then Abel Hernandez is more than able to grab a goal like that. And again, it's with the head. It's Bobby Snodders whipping that ball in. So dangerous with those early crosses as well. And we're 1-0 up straight away here. It's pretty basic. Ball out to Robertson, who's always willing to make those runs down the outside of Snodgrass. Snodgrass picks it up, and that is a wicked curling ball. He hit it in early. He could have maybe moved into a bit of space, but from that position, he can put so much curl on those balls with his left foot. He put it right on Hernandez's head. And it's an unbelievably strong start here for Hull City. Oh, but Cabella dispossessed. That's dangerous. Gray into the box, but Davis deals with that. Fraser lays it off to Fosu Mensah. And now he's on his bike, Fosu Mensah. Nice ball, looking for the pace of Fraser. He gets away from his man. Lays it out to Fosu Mensah, who puts his foot on it. Ball into Hernandez again. It's off the post this time. Whoa, could have easily been 2. Snodgrass back on corner duties. It's 1 to the far post. Hernandez tries to get the knockdown. He doesn't get it. It falls to Fraser out on the right. Oh, little dummy takes him away from Keane. Now he can put the cross in. It's Fraser. Ball in. Oh, it's Snodgrass at the far post. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. Bobby Snodgrass. Da-da-da-da. It's Scotland to Scotland there. It's Fraser. There he is. The pride of Scotland. We've got the Scottish terrier, the Scotty dog in Fraser. And then we've got Bobby Snodgrass, old dependable, snuck in at the far post. Look at that, ball in. Lovely ball in, and Snodgrass gambled, and it paid off. And we're now 2-0 up. Ah, so nice to see Scotland linking up with Scotland. Great stuff. Alex Ferguson very pleased. And there we are, 2-0 at the half. Excellent performance again here from Hull City. We've thrown away the demons of the last episode. We've said, fuck you, demons. We're back. And we're meaning business here. Alex Ferguson inspiring his side to a pretty comprehensive 2-0 lead at the half. Nice play again from Sam Vokes. Tisserand's still with him. It's a nice little battle there between Tisserand and Vokes. Tisserand who ultimately comes off the better. But that's poor there from Snodgrass. Boyd out on the right. Tisserand's come out. Ball in looking for Vokes. Gray stabs it in. And that is a bit of a blow there. Didn't see that coming. It was really, really slack play, actually. Snodgrass giving it away in our half. That's poor. Then Vokes finding Boyd, and it's a good ball in. Oh, it's actually a nice finish there from Gray. We shouldn't be giving those sort of goals away. We could do with another goal to make things safe here. And now it's Gray away from Davis. It's a good battle here. Davis lets Gray get ahead of him, though. Oh, and he's put it wide. Curtis Davis, I think, just did enough. But warning signs here. Butland not pleased. Decent tackle there from Bazoa. And now Fraser's found himself in space. He can whip a ball in here for Welbeck. Fallen to Bazoa, edge of the box. Hits it with the left. And surely Welbeck gets his first goal. Poacher's finish there. He was in the right place at the right time for the first time. Maybe playing him as a centre forward is what we've been doing. Not wrong. No, not right. Maybe not playing him as a centre forward even is what we've been doing wrong with Danny Welbeck. He is a centre forward by trade. And he was there in the right place for that goal. It's a decent ball in towards him this time from Fraser. Couldn't quite get there. The ball came out to Bazoa. Hit it well with the left foot. Could only parry at the Burnley keeper. But Welbeck was there for the tap in and his first goal in a Hull City shirt. Alex Ferguson proud to see Danny Welbeck on the score sheet for the first time. It's been a long time coming. Maybe now we can put a bit more faith in him. But there it is. 3-1. It's a little dicey at times, but ultimately another great game from this Hull City side. There's Tisserand and Davis. They look like they could be brothers at the back. Burnley, they're fighting amongst themselves. Some good goals in that. Once again, Hernandez gets his goal with his head. Good performance. We had a lot of chances and we converted half of the shots on target. That's great stuff again. Bobby Snodder's got his goal. Fraser again assisting. And Hernandez once again on the score sheet. Will he be top of the pops? Or has Sergio Aguero scored again? We'll see when we get to the menus. So there we go, another win. We're only 4 points now behind United and still 9 points off Chelsea. They haven't lost yet. There we go, Snodders and Fraser, the two Scotsmen on the wings, both popping up with 2 assists. Fraser, third highest rated in his debut games. That's great. Hernandez picking up 6 goals in 5 games. Let's take a quick look at Denis Suarez. How much is he going to cost? 10 million. That's excellent value. That's below his transfer market value. If we can get some money off him, I think he would be a really, really great player to bring in. Looks like we can get some money off him as well. If we can get him in for less than 10 million, that is an absolute steal for a central midfielder that would add us a level of creativity at central midfield that we don't really have. What a passer he is. Great on the ball as well. He'd be a really great option in there. If we could bring in Lanzini and Suarez, that's 2 really, really high quality players, both 80 or higher rated. Bring them in. I think we've had a really good window there. We've not signed a pure striker, but Welbeck got his first goal. And I think we can probably rely on him to put him in. Lanzini can play second striker as well. So we're probably going to need 18 million. So we're going to need 14 million more. Let's take a look at our team. If we sell Mason, that's 10. That's pretty much done. And then El Mohammadi. That does it, really. Let's keep going. It's looking exciting now. Yep, Suarez comes back. What's it going to be? At least it's gone through. That's a joke. 8.5 million. You want 2 million salary. That is a big salary. We can afford to bring in both of these two, especially with taking players out again. 2 really creative, exciting players. Okay, so I think we're going to just sell Mason. That's fine. I think we can get rid of him. That leaves us with 15 million. I think then we can bring in Suarez, definitely. I mean, he can play out on the left as well. So he's another option on that side. Yeah, definitely bringing him in for 8 million. That's a steal, insane steal. Another great signing there for Alex Ferguson. We're going a little bit crazy here. In the next series, I've already had plans. We're going to really clamp down on transfers. We're going to be putting in overall rating, caps per season. But for this one season blast, we can go a little bit mental. So we'll bring in Suarez. I don't know how well Suarez is doing at Barcelona. He's a young Barcelona player. There's a lot of them. But we've got him for a steal. Almost 15 million less than his market value. He's a really great little player. Still a bit concerned about the left-back situation. Maybe the scout will come back. I don't know. Let's push it on to transfer deadline day, shall we? Or shall we just get these bits done now? We'll get Lanzini signed. We've got Tisserand and Fosu-Mensah who can both play at right back. I think we can afford to let him go. El Mohammadi's not been getting much game time. We'll sell him. We can bring in Lanzini. I mean, I think it's probably better to do our business before the transfer deadline day starts, because you've only got a limited number. So we'll bring in Lanzini from West Ham. It's a good bit of scouting there for him. That leaves us with 6 million for a left back, and I think we are well on our way to a league-winning squad. I think it's going to have to be Poulsen on a loan, just to give us that backup at left back. So there we go. That's all we've got time for in this episode. That was transfer deadline day. We've made some great signings, and I cannot wait for the next episode to try them out against Crystal Palace at home. Team Spirit's up to 78. What an episode that was. I really enjoyed that. Have a really nice Thursday, and I will see you in a bit.